What's up, Capricorn? I'm Emily, and this is going to be a weekly reading for you for August 12th through the 19th of 2019. We have your underlying energy as the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is about all of the things that bring us fulfillment. And this is like the pinnacle of fulfillment. This is not necessarily the things that pay the bills, although, having your bills paid can certainly be one of those cups. But these are the things that we do that really bring us like absolute fulfillment. This is family, this is connection, this is experience. This is really a bit more intrinsic than something tangible. And usually it's not the tangible things that are filling our cups. So as your underlying energy, this is sort of the thing that either you're moving towards, the thing that's on your mind, or the thing that's driving your week. So the first card that we have is the Knight of Wands. And then the Daughter of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. The Six of Cups. And we have the Six of Swords. And then I pulled some clarifiers here. Just to start out with, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, these are two very opposite energies. The Knight of Wands is quick, he's passionate, he's inspired, and all of a sudden he's off to the right. This is sort of like an ADD kind of energy. It's usually not thoroughly thought through. It's more like inspired action, go. And with the Page of Pentacles, this is really, the student. It's the beginning. It's, when you first take a new job and you're still learning all of the policies and the procedures. And it's a lot of information to take in, but someone who's willing to do the work, someone who's committed to doing the work. Now, with these two energies here, it feels like the energy that you're coming from is this Knight of Wands. And this is typically not your style, although as somebody with an Aries sun and a ton of Capricorn in my chart, including my ascendant, this is me all day. But this is feeling inspired about something and taking action towards that thing. And with the Ten of Cups here driving this, it feels like this is a very new thing for you, where instead of looking at the things that you should do, or you think someone thinks you should do, you're really doing something that inspires you. It's a creative energy, a passionate energy. And then to clarify the Knight of Wands, I got the Three of Pentacles, the Son of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. And what I'm feeling here is that this is, you've got a new beginning in your sight. And you may have already started putting in work towards this. And this is something that is more connected with you. It's one of these cups. It's one of the things that's going to fulfill you at a soul level. And it's a movement towards that. And with the Knight of Swords is communication about this. So this could be not so positive. This could be getting some news that maybe wasn't exactly what you planned for. The Knight of Swords is usually very quick and very to the point. There's no emotions or creativity involved here. It's just truth. This is what is, and getting clear about that. So it seems like you have started taking inspired action towards a creative new beginning that will bring you fulfillment. And it seems like you might have gotten some news about it that might shake it up, that might shake up the plan. And then With the Daughter of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles, we got to clarify the Queen of Wands and the Empress. So this could be, someone who's bringing you the news, but what I really feel is that your intention here, or, either is, or I hate to say should, but should be on your dreams, on how you can step in to your creative power, and possibly trying to integrate this. How do I integrate my dreams and the things that inspire me with the work that I'm doing? And so this may be, it may be even that with the Knight of Swords, this has something to do with communication. So this might be a new creative project that you're moving towards. Again, this doesn't have to be like negative communication, but it could be. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But this could be starting a new project, a creative project that involves communicating somehow. So maybe you're giving seminars or doing YouTube videos or something along those lines. So that's certainly a possibility. But what I feel here, especially with sort of the comparison of the Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, is that you're really wanting to put in the work towards the things that make you feel powerful, and the things that, the areas that you shine in. So maybe you're a banker, but you love talking about tarot cards, and you want to start a tarot shop. You want to have a tarot shop in your town because, like me, you live in rural West Virginia where they just don't exist. It could be something like that. But whatever it is, it feels like there's been some sort of shift in you, Capricorn, where you're not so much focused on the things you think you should do anymore. And now you're focusing back on, like, what is it that would make me happy? What do I want to do? And then the next card we have is the Hierophant. And with the Hierophant, this is about, the structure, the institution, the bank. It could be something like a loan if you're looking for a new business or starting a new business. It could be, a new house, maybe flip houses, something like that. This can also be getting in touch with our spirituality, things like praying, meditating, things along those lines. But what I'm feeling here is you're having a shift in the things that you commit to, and really kind of a movement towards committing to the things that bring you happiness and the things that you want to do, and knowing that when you're doing those things and you're filling your cup in that way, that everything in your life is impacted by that. If you think about people that hate their jobs, and you come home from work and you don't want to talk to the kids or walk the dog or do anything like that, you just want to lay on the couch and stare at the TV, versus someone who loves the work they do. It just oozes out of them. They can't stop talking about it most of the time. We have to tell them to shut up. So it could very well be that. But to clarify this Hierophant card, I got the Two of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Page of Cups. And what I'm feeling with this energy is that you need to make a choice. You need to make a choice. So yeah, I do think that it's possible that you're shifting your, what you commit to. But I think you're also being asked to make a choice about a commitment. And it's very possible that this could have something to do with some kind of large structure, like, am I going to go back to school? Or, am I going to move? Am I going to, take this new job? Whatever. And it feels like you're really being asked to get in touch with your intuition, because the Two of Swords can also be, while it is about a decision, it's also about being blocked. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, it's a person wearing a blindfold and they can't see. And it's beautiful that the High Priestess came in with this, because the High Priestess is the medicine for this stagnation. And it's also, with the Page of Cups, asking you to come into more of a, of an emotional place with it, and maybe process with these three together, maybe process any emotions that have been blocking you. Sometimes just, there's some energy healing that we need to do, just to put it that simply, especially here with the High Priestess. But what I'm feeling more with this is that if you're feeling blocked in this decision, a good way to get out of that stagnation is to just do something lighthearted, especially, the Hierophant energy and the Daughter of Cups are pretty opposing energies. The Hierophant it carries with it a weight and a heaviness. And the Daughter of Cups is like, I'm ready to go play. And so maybe if you are feeling stagnated, and if your intuition, even if you're feeling that your intuition is blocked, getting into this Page of Cups energy is going to really help to free some of that stagnation up. So this could be something like taking your kids to the park, or, drawing or dancing, turning up loud music and dancing. It can be whatever it is, whatever it is that gets you going, would be a good way to get out of that stagnation. Now, the next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is about coming from a really strong, solid place. These are all of the pentacles, all of the things that you've accomplished. This is very, very Capricorn energy. It's like, here I am, here's all of my, my achievements. But the Nine of Pentacles can also be our comfort zone. This can also be where we've come a long way and we've gotten this far, but we're safe here. I know the neighborhood. I know that, my office is down the street. I know so-and-so down the road. I have friends here. My office is here, blah, blah, blah. And to clarify this card, we got the Six of Cups and the Seven of Wands. And the Six of Cups is about reminiscing on the past. This can also be like friendship, like soulmate friendship connections. And the Seven of Wands is about being blocked. And what I'm feeling here is that, especially with this Page of Cups up here, that maybe, it could be that maybe talking to your friends about your financial insecurity, like mindset, because you're not financially insecure here with the Nine of Pentacles. But maybe if you're feeling blocked in that way, or you're feeling defensive, having a conversation with someone like that would be helpful. But what I'm feeling more here is that you're reflecting about the past, and you're thinking about the past, and you're thinking about everything you had to go through to get yourself to this strong, solid, independent place. And with the Seven of Wands, you're really just not sure you're willing to shake that up. You're just not sure. And again, going back to this, this High Priestess and Page of Cups energy, it feels to me like this is asking you to make a decision from the heart, more so than looking at what's logical or what's rational or what makes sense. This is about getting back in touch with you and your path, because if you choose a decision that's out of alignment with you and with your path, you're just going to continue to feel uncomfortable until you make the changes that your intuition is nagging at you to make. And then the last card we got is the Six of Swords. It's the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is about victory and success. And this is saying whatever it is that you're trying to do, you can do it. And the Nine of Pentacles is here asking you to remember, not looking at the Nine of Pentacles from like a I have to hang on to this kind of standpoint, but from a standpoint of I've done it in the past and I can do it again. Like, look how far I've come. Of course I'm capable of accomplishing this. And this is even more amazing because to clarify the Six of Wands, we have the Magician and the Ace of Wands. And the Magician has all of the tools here in his toolbox to bring about whatever he wants, really, to bring about whatever he wants to create. He can do anything. And with the Ace of Wands here, this is saying follow your creative inspiration, follow that passion. Don't get hung up here. Don't get hung up here in the security and the stability and all of that. Trust that you can do this. You can absolutely do this, especially with the Six of Wands. This is telling you this will all work out, however it's meant to, but you have to trust. You have to trust that creative inspiration. With the Ten of Cups energy here, this is really a time in your life, and it's probably different than the way it's been. And I certainly know this is true for me, where, you've been going and you've been doing the things and you've done really well. And now the universe wants to know, what do you want? What will make you happy? Like, happiness is not a luxury of this life. It's a necessity. It's a necessity to keep going. Even if it's just part-time, like, you don't have to drop your whole life to start a hobby or drop your whole life. You can go to school part-time, which is something that I do. Now, a really interesting little extra here is that I pulled two clarifiers on this Ten of Cups, and the two cards that popped out are the Hermit and the Two of Cups. So the Hermit is really, reflective of this High Priestess energy. The Hermit goes within to connect with his intuition. It's a place of finding a place of solitude and turning off all of the noise, whether that's other people or whatever. Turn that all off and reconnect and spend some time with you. And the other thing I want to point out here is that the Hermit, in this particular deck is displayed as a turtle, and the turtle carries with it everything it has. It carries its home on its back. So if that applies to you, if you're thinking about making like a physical change or moving or, something like that, this is telling you that you are all you need. You are all you need as long as you stay connected to this light and this passion that's guiding him there. And you get connected to that when you take the time to go within. And then this just popped out at the end. And the Two of Cups is about something, a situation, or a person reflecting back to us the truth of who we are. And I will say that with this deck, you can't quite tell if the cups are full or empty. And in reality, it doesn't matter, because if you come with a full cup, you're going to bring in a person or situation that reflects that back to you. On a real life note, on a very ground level note, this could easily be a situation, going within to get, guidance about a love situation. And with the Hermit card here, this could certainly be about a Virgo. So I'm just, feel obligated to mention that. Of course, we have all of these other signs represented, but trying to keep it at a big picture thing. This is asking you, if a relationship is something that you're wanting, if it's not something that you have currently, how do you get yourself to a point where you have a full cup and you can bring someone in who has a full cup? And it's beautiful because really, this is the beginning and the end of the reading. Like, you're coming into it with a, how do I fill my cup mindset? And that's exactly what you should be doing if you're not in a relationship now. And even if you are and you're looking for ways to make it better, the best way to attract someone who is the person that you deserve, you don't deserve any empty cup people. You want to come in with a full cup, and then whatever, and it doesn't have to be a person. It can be any kind of situation. That is what you will bring in. You know, when you do this, when you take this action to fill your cup first. And the last thing that I'll say on this note is that the Two of Cups can also be about reconnecting with yourself. You know, about looking in the mirror and saying, I love that person. Look at that beautiful, strong, amazing person. And you should do that. If you're not feeling that, start doing it. I remember a few years ago, I was in a very big transitional phase of my life, and I would put little notes, as stupid as it sounds, all over my house that said, you're beautiful, you can do this, you are strong, blah, blah, blah. And after so long, it genuinely started working. It's so weird, but it's, you know, it's just something that worked for me. So I did pull a couple oracles for you, just to give you a little extra guidance. And this is really amazing because the two cards that we got are Vision Quest and Higher Learning. So like I said, this certainly could be about wanting to go back to school, or even like some kind of spiritual practice with the Hermit and the High Priestess. But whatever this is, it's saying you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further your progress. And how appropriate is that for this reading? And it's a really beautiful card. And then the last card, I'm actually going to read this because I feel like I'm supposed to. So I'm just going to. This is Desert Vision Quest. And it says, a vision quest is a process whereby you spend a few days in the wilderness alone. Typically, you carry only water and some sacred items with you, and you spend most of your time either praying or meditating. Many who have completed a vision quest assert that this is a powerful and even life-changing experience and report vivid and profound revelations. It's said that the desert does not lie, so partaking in this can help you discover the truth about your purpose, or at least give you some clues. It is time for you to go on a vision quest. Designate a place in nature in which to dwell, whether for a couple of hours or a few days. Spend the majority of your time while there praying and meditating. It's best to be in a location where you can truly find solitude, even if it's in a quiet corner of a park for an afternoon. Wherever you go, take your question, concern, or challenge with you into prayer or meditation. Allow it to float around in your consciousness and watch what shows up. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. There you have it. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.